If tuned in Frank's Red Hot, no time for debate. Get ready for the wildest ride. Mikey better not be late with hot takes flying fast. Ravenna, NJ, train to train. It's the Frank the Tank Pod, driving you insane. Hey, it's the pod where the truth gets bold and grand. With Frank, Mikey, Betts, and Jenks, it's the three-man band. So lean in close, let the good times roll and flow. Welcome to the Frank the Tank Pod Show. Now allow me to be frank, no holding back, you see. Got opinions, brewing wild and free. Braves always lose and fills Frank's face with glee. Then there's Mikey, likely to fight with Frank all nighty. With his jokes so slick, driving Frank a little crazy with every single trick. Hey, Jenks is there, the long-haired one, trying to keep the peace. Lifting weights as Frank's heart race gets increased. Dolphins losing, Mets J down 3 with 2 outs. They're breaking down the action, no ifs, ands, or doubts. With Frank, Mikey, Betts, and Jenks across the land. So lean in close, let the good times roll and flow. Welcome to the Frank the Tank Pod Show.
You fucking probably just wanted to sink the fucking ship.
Oh, Mikey Betts!
What is it? You know I'm a fucking night out.
I want it in.
I want it out.
I want it in.
Because I live rent-free in his head. See, he's a pathetic loser. He's always been a loser.
I could beat the Devils with Jenks and Lucky Betts.
Good morning, Frank.
Well, it's official. Juan Soto is going to go down in history as the worst Met signing of all time.
Good morning, Mikey.
Good morning.
I truly believe they're going to get swept by the Rockies this weekend. Soto is going to go 0 for June. He's now he actually now makes Darren Ruff look good. He's hitting like Darren motherfucking Ruff. His batting average is like 211 now. He's batting 180 something in May, and he hasn't had an extra base hit in 3 weeks. His OPS now is under 700. And he does not look like he gives one even scintilla of a fuck. And it's like the Yankee when the Mets played the Yankees, it broke him. It truly broke him. And I'm hearing that every time the Mets do the mascot race, the 5-borough mascot race, it breaks his heart to see the Bronx Giraffe lose.
Frank, what's their record?
It doesn't feel like they're 12 games over 500.
That doesn't matter what it feels like, Frank. They're 12 games over 500.
Not passing the eye test.
I see what you're saying.
Mikey, they're 34-22. They've won 4 of their last 5, including beating the Dodgers in the series over the weekend.
But
Frank
you're mad because they lost to the White Sox.
Frank is completely out of control and has absolutely nothing to back up all the shit and crying he's doing.
I feel like, Frank, this is one of those teams that play to the competition sometimes. They get comfortable with leads. Like they're going to smoke the White Sox today.
They're not playing the White Sox. They're off.
Rockies, right?
They're playing the Rockies Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, they're going to smoke them. So
they haven't smoked anybody. They're like 2 for the last 102 runs in scoring position.
Okay.
It's driving. If it wasn't for a couple of good plays in the field, they would have got swept by the White Sox. Swept. The White Sox outplayed them.
This is why it doesn't even matter if they win, Mikey. He does hypothetical losses. Like, it's insane. This is just insanity.
Yeah, last week though he was a future. He was like predicting the future. It was kind of crazy when we were live streaming the game. But remember, we thought like he was ahead of us, but he wasn't. He was just predicting the future. But Frank, you're crazy. You're insane.
I'm watching a team that has that's not even, the ball's not traveling. Every ball's just like they hit it, and then the White Sox come out, check swing, and the ball goes, and that guy squares up 180 off the bat, and then you see the third baseman going like this.
Oh, this comment though, not a question, but thanks for PCA. He's killing it on the Cubs, Frank.
For Javier motherfucking Baez.
Half a season too.
Well, first off, Zach Scott was a fucking drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, he had, but this is after they had the other GM. I mean, Steve Cohen. His first year, he made a lot of missteps. He wanted to get David Stearns into the organization, but the Brewers had to wait. They had to wait to 2023 for his contract to expire. They really wanted David Stearns. They always wanted David Stearns. But the first year they had Sandy Alderson as kind of like a monitor, leftover holdover from the Wilpon days. So I forgot who the first GM was. He's the one who actually made the Lindor trade. And then they found out that he's a pervert.
I do remember that.
What was that guy's name? He came from the Cubs organization.
From the Cubs. Fuck, I forget his name. But yeah, he was. What did he do? He was sending dick pics or something?
I believe so.
Yeah.
It's reported he wouldn't leave alone.
Oh, he wouldn't leave reporters alone.
Yeah. Then, female reporters, of course. And then Jared Porter, there it is. The guy put the name down there.
Jared Porter.
And then Zach Scott took over. And Zach Scott, the Mets got off to an okay start in 2021. But then what happened was their poor, anemic, feeble lineup caught up to them. Kind of like what I'm seeing now. This team reminds me of that 2021 team. And they were kind of fortunate. The Braves got off to a terrible start. They were hovering around 500 most of the season. And but at the end of July, the Mets were still leading the division, but the Braves were clearly the Mets were in a car that was smoking, breaking down with Luis Rojas. So they tried to get a trade that would put them over the top. So they traded this elite prospect and 3 others for Javier motherfucking Baez, who all he did was strike out every fucking time.
Every time. That's why we got rid of him.
And then, when running home one time, he had an earring fall out of his ear, and he tried looking for the earring and was tagged out. And the crowd booed him. He flipped the crowd off.
He didn't flip the crowd off. He gave him the thumbs down. Is that in your head, the middle finger?
He flipped the crowd off.
You're crazy.
Told the crowd, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I guess.
And then
he did. Yeah.
And then he walked away, signed with the Tigers, and now Pete Crow Armstrong is going to be the greatest center fielder of all time. And then after that, Zach Scott, this GM, who already had 1 DUI early in the season, got caught with a second DUI, and he had to go out the door. And that's when they brought in Billy Knepler.
I think it's because, probably maybe the Mets make you want to drink. Maybe they weren't alcoholics before then, and then they became Mets people. and now they're drunks. They see one too many Frank the Tank tweets.
And I watch Juan Soto. He literally is the worst hitter in baseball right now. The worst hitter in baseball. $800 million, and he can't get the ball out of the infield. He hits into a double play every day.
What is this, game 58 of the regular season? It's game 58 coming up, right?
I think it's game 54, something like that.
Okay. I feel like we were at the same point we were last year, Frank, and you were talking about last year's team was 2021.
No, last year's team was at this point was I written off.
You written it off? You apologized?
Well, that's because June.
The June. Well, yeah, June.
But there's no spark coming. There's no. They just look lifeless. And I fear when the pitching goes back to level, we're talking probably a massive losing streak coming.
I think that you are the Alex Jones of Mets fans, and you are just preparing for the worst every single time.
Well, that's
every day prepare for get your bunker ready.
That's how I lived my life for 50 years.
I mean, I'm not gonna go in on you until after June, because once I see the June swoon, that's how I usually predict how Frank is gonna be for the rest of the year. So yeah, people are already saying June swoon, September Dune. Oh man, yeah, it's bad. It's coming, but it's all right, Frank. Do you have any more Mets stuff? We got the Buster Balls. I know that your schizophrenia just came up with that one too. That's actually a good one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The Mets are definitely getting fed dead balls.
I don't know if it's schizophrenia or you're just you could have been like the best writer in Hollywood. It's one of the two. But the Buster Balls are when I saw that video, I'm like, dude, Frank is off his rocker. Please explain to the people what the Buster Balls are.
Major League Baseball, through the idea of Buster Only, have found defective baseballs that don't travel.
Allegedly.
And when they're hit, they just turn into pop flies. And that's why the Mets have only hit 2 home runs in the last 3 weeks. And why Juan Soto is not even going to get 15 home runs this year. Why Pete Alonso, who was off to a hot start, went 3 weeks without a home run. And now Juan Soto's gone 3 weeks without a home run.
Oh, I fixed that. It's all right, Frank. Let's just try not to live pitch by pitch. How about that? I feel like that's what your problem is not to live pitch by pitch.
I can't help it.
That's your itch. You got to do it.
I can't help it.
Jenks, how do you feel about Frank's Mets rants lately and Mets delusions lately?
He's breaking me.
He's breaking
mentally, spiritually. I think he's shown a lot of selfishness in calling me, yelling, texting nonstop when I've got shit going on. So I feel helpless, but it's part of the job.
I'm trying to make you like an outlet.
Yeah, no, that's not what I am, Frank. Especially on the weekends, at nights, calling me on Saturday and screaming about the Mets. Totally crazy. Just too much.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for apologizing, but we need to change.
I don't know how to.
Yes, you do.
It's day by day, Frank. I mean, it's hard, but you got to do it. You gotta What did we do last year? I mean, we traveled a lot more. It kept your mind off the Mets, and then ironically, the Mets were pretty good. So maybe we got to travel more. Who knows?
I appreciate the apology, Frank. I do. But now we got to act on it.
Yeah, they said call Mikey instead. So he calls me too, but yeah, you could call me. Just I got to keep the volume down when I got the kid. Somebody said that apology.
Every episode is an intervention for one of us. That's what this show is.
This is not an intervention. Somebody said, "Is this an intervention?" Fleming Enterprises cannot crumble. We need Jenks and Mikey. I think we're good. I mean, I don't.
This is nothing I have not said to Frank off camera. Mikey does a lot of confronting Frank on camera, so he's known as the Batman of the group. I was fucking screaming at Frank Saturday. No, I give you credit, Mikey. You do it on camera. I don't do it on camera.
I do it on and off.
Not like I don't fucking lose my mind on Frank every other day. I mean, this isn't news to Frank.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
And Frank, Stuttering John has your back. He thinks I'm a big crybaby. Shout out, Stuttering John.
And now I don't know what I'm going to do with weighing this month. I think I'm going to be overall flat. I think I'm going to be overall flat, but
you said you were doing well, like yesterday.
I was doing better before yesterday.
All right, well, let's get back on track today. Still got days left in the month. I think you can still get your best weigh in yet.
Maybe I can, but it could have been even better.
It always could be better, but it's fine. Just let's push it these next few days. Got to pick the head up, keep going.
I need to film a raw dog today. I'm going to do that. But I don't eat the whole dog anymore.
Frank.
Well, that's true. That doesn't really matter with the weight loss.
It doesn't matter, but like, how many raw dogs do we have in the bank?
Too many.
Are we getting low?
Yeah.
Getting low. What's low? Like 4?
Like 3 or 2?
Yeah, we're getting low. Got to get some hot dogs.
So there's a couple in New York City that I've always wanted to try anyway. So hit one today and maybe hit one next week.
All right.
Just keep it up.
Harry's ready to go.
Harry's ready to go. Harry's back. So
I gotta get these ballpark ones out. I'm gonna have to find someone else to edit it.
Who, the ballparks?
Yeah.
Which one?
All of them.
How many do we have?
Like 8, at least.
I could do it on the free time if you want.
Wyatt didn't edit all of those?
No.
Oh.
And I'm going to see if I can get one of my hot dog guys to do it. Oh, God. Because I've been waiting to Coors Field and to put that one out and a couple others. And now some of them are going to be outdated.
We already have a Frank Rib Redemption episode. Oh, this is a good challenge. No calling Jenks for Mets games until you lose 20 more pounds. Then you'd be under 300.
Well, actually, Mikey, you'd be proud of me, and Frank can confirm it. And I'll give Frank credit because he was laughing as I hung up on him. But I got a good walk set up last night, so I texted Frank and Mikey. Frank used it as an opportunity to call me, and I think he said one sentence, which was, "That should be a good walk." And then he does a sigh and goes, with the Mets. And I said, "Nope, not doing it." And I heard him to start laughing, and I just hung up on him. Didn't call me back. That's what I should have been doing this whole time.
I mean, it's very easy to do.
That's going to be the new policy going forward.
Frank, will Soto hit 25 home runs?
Not this year and next year combined. Next year, he's going to hit 0. And then he's going to leave the Mets. He's going to force his way out, James Harden style. And then you're going to see. He'll be back in the Yankee uniform.
Love that. Also, Harry's back. So that was a perfect segue. Harry's back.
I know every night he wears his Yankee pajamas with his Yankee nightcap. And he is looking at a picture of him and Aaron Judge crying himself to sleep.
Here we go.
Harry.
How we
What's up,
doing?
King? Harry is he worked with us last year. He is son of Francesa, the goat. So does a great job.
I mean, just think about this. In many ways, Mike Francesa is the reason we're here.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Gained 90 pounds, lost 90 pounds. Looks good. Harry, you look great. How's the first week been back?
This is day 3.
Okay.
First 2 days, the life in my eyes has just completely faded. It's gone. After 2 Dodger games and then coming here, day game yesterday against the White Sox, a brutal loss. I mean, it doesn't get much worse.
Mike is dead. I mean, the White Sox outplayed the Mets.
Oh, Mikey,
Literally.
you don't know about this. I actually told Frank that the Buster Balls are not real. I explained it to him.
Well, give me the explanation.
I have to. So, do you think Frank trusts Mike Piazza, Mets legend?
I do think Frank trusts Mike Piazza.
So Mike Piazza told my dad that the balls in Citi Field when it's cold, which all the games have been cold because New York just hasn't really warmed up yet.
Yeah.
The balls die 20 feet before the wall because of the wind, and like that area of Queens is just awful. So the Buster Balls are fake, and Frank just refuses to accept it.
Okay. I mean, that's great for gambling. That's a great tip. So I appreciate that. It's
Yeah, well, the fucking groundhog. We're never gonna have a. We're never gonna have warm winter this year. The groundhog. In fact, it's going to be 18 degrees on July 4th.
18 degrees July 4th, Frank.
Yes.
Is this an ice age coming?
Mikey, it's 71 today in New York.
What is it? What's the day after tomorrow or something? What is that where New York freezes over?
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen July 4th. Understood. Sounds good.
By the way, you know who has a cameo in that movie as a weatherman?
Who?
Ron Darling.
Oh, really?
He tried to get into acting. It didn't work out. In fact, you know what other movie Ron Darling was in?
What?
Shallow Hal.
Who was he?
Ron Darling.
I know, but who was he in the movie?
Remember the fat Hawaiian guy?
Yeah.
When he saw him as like a good-looking young guy?
Yes, that's
Ron Darling.
That's so funny. Okay, cool. Hell yeah, I love Shallow Hal. Terrible movie, but it's terrible, but it's so good. It's a good life lesson with Tony Robbins giving you you should look women. You should not objectify women. You should look at their
inner beauty.
Yeah, I never followed that, but yeah, so whatever.
Awful movie. Awful movie.
Terrible. Where Costanza had the dog tail. You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Terrible movie, but so good. It's like Mike
I don't understand how every big star the Mets get just falls on his face.
Oh, we're still doing this. Okay. Yeah.
We're still on the first subject. 20.
Yeah, we're on the first subject. That's right.
Well, should we do the standings board update?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fuck it. Yeah, Knicks playoffs. Fuck it. Yeah, let's just go.
No, we can do the Knicks playoffs next.
Okay, perfect. Let's do it, Frank.
That's a slippery.
It's called a transitional moment. All right, let's start off in the American League, where the Yankees are running away with the American League East, followed by the Tampa Bay Rays. I mean, Tampa Bay Rays, they never suck.
Can't see the board. You're covering it with your hand.
All right, am I showing it now?
Better. Yeah, you just got to showcase it.
All right, the Red Sox are now in 4th. Of course, they've lost 5 in a row, but were able to beat the Mets last week. They haven't won since then. You got the Blue Jays in 3rd, and we got the Orioles. I don't know what the fuck happened to the Orioles. I mean, they were on the precipice of being really good. Now they fucking suck even more than they sucked before. Okay, the Tigers are running away with the Central, followed by the Guardians. Then we got the Twins. The Royals kind of had a mediocre season so far. 4 of the 5 teams in that division are over 500, and the White Sox, after almost sweeping the Mets, are still in last. I mean, the Mets.
Mets won the series.
Okay.
Fake news.
All right, we got the Mariners, followed by the Astros, the Rangers, the Angels, and the A's. No change in the West, and this is your American League standings. We got the National League standings coming up. Let me get these helmets straightened out a second. The Phillies are basically about to pull away. The Mets in second. The Braves still in third. The Nationals, who are actually playing pretty good lately, in fourth, and the Marlins in last. The Cubs, they have a 3-game lead over the Cardinals, who have been a lot better than I expected. I thought the Cardinals were really going to suck this year. Followed by the Brewers and the Cincinnati Deads. I mean, the Cincinnati Deads, that's a team that just can't do anything. Dodgers are still in first. The Padres back in second after kind of struggling a little bit. The Giants are struggling a little bit right now. The Diamondbacks are kind of cooled off. And then we got the 9-47 Rockies, who by the end of the weekend will be 12-47. And there's your standings.
Love it, Frank.
All right. Well, let's just say the conference finals have been a dud.
Yeah, I mean, mustard and fucking onion
Can
final.
someone explain to me how the Nuggets took this team to 7 games?
Jokic.
Because
Just Jokic, I think, honestly.
Aaron Gordon.
That's how great Jokic is. Can't talk
I
about
mean,
this.
yesterday SGA came out, Game 5 at home, and said, "I ain't playing Game 6.
Yeah, he didn't want to go back.
I don't want to go back to Denver. That airport weirds me the fuck out. I see art of the Armageddon. I see gas mask everywhere. I see a tunnel leading into a deep dark hole with luxury conditions under there."
Frank, are you ripped?
What?
What are you talking about? Did you take gummies this morning?
They played Minnesota.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, Frank. They got.
Well, I don't like. I was flashing back to the second round.
Whew.
Okay, SGA said, "I don't like lakes. I hate the fucking lakes. Twin Cities.
The other thing with the Thunder,
North America is a pain in the ass."
they have 2 first-round picks, so they could, easily win the title this year. And then they have
They have 9 first-round picks in like the next.
I tell you, the Knicks made a huge mistake. They should have never let Hartenstein walk.
They financially literally couldn't have re-signed him,
Yeah.
so it wasn't a mistake. It was an impossibility.
I mean, I don't know where the Knicks are going to go from here.
Well, they're going to play a game tonight, and if they win, then they're going to go back to Indiana.
I think they can win tonight. I'm not sure if they can win in Game 6.
It's going to be tough. It's happened before, and I think it's a close enough matchup that it's not impossible, but it's very unlikely. And I'll tell you one thing. A lot of Knicks fans have been like super negative and stuff. You also have to acknowledge the Game 1 performance from the Pacers was all time at the end of the game. And what Halliburton did last game was special. To have 30-plus points, 15 assists, and no turnovers, it had never happened before. So hat off to him as a Knicks fan. That was a crazy performance.
But
Brunson's got to respond.
oh well, the NBA gets their reward. If the Knicks can't turn it around, it will be Thunder versus the Pacers, and nobody's going to watch. I mean, I think if David Stearns was still around, he'd be on the phone right now. Get me Donaghy.
Yeah, and Cat might be out. That's the other big one.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I just wish the Knicks can make the finals, but can only hope for Game 7.
Yeah.
Frank, are you still waking up, man?
No, but I'm just saying that
Yeah.
you can't blow Game 1 like the Knicks did. And I know how hot the Pacers got at the end of the game. At a certain point, let them score 2 points. Get in their face at the arc. They were too much spacing there. And make it hard for them to get the threes. And they just 3, and all of a sudden, boom, you lost. I think what we saw in this series is Rick Carlisle is a significantly better coach than Tom Thibodeau. Significantly better.
Series isn't over. But yes, I agree. Rick Carlisle is one of the best coaches in the league.
Yeah.
Another thing that the Mavericks did that people forget is they fired him, who was a championship coach, to bring in Jason Kidd, who has never really won as a coach, for Luka, and then traded Luka. I mean, just a masterclass of management. They deserve that.
Will be coaching the Lakers in like 2 years, so we'll see.
Yeah, exactly.
Because JJ Redick will be out because LeBron's out, and then Luka needs his guy, and then Jason Kidd.
Yeah, I can see that.
I take Randall over Cat purely, and I'll tell you why.
And Jason Kidd is, and by the way, Jason Kidd's
never mind. Frank's going to talk.
Jason Kidd's never been a good coach. Jason Kidd's never been a good coach.
Yeah,
except when he did that drink trick. That was pretty cool. Remember when he spilled the drink to get a fake timeout?
That's what bought him fucking his job in Dallas.
That was awesome. All right, so we're at 32 minutes, and I think we've gotten 4 bullets down. We should probably keep rolling.
Caleb Williams is bad. What?
So, Mikey, did you not see a report that he showed up? And I might be wrong.
I saw a report that Caleb Williams did not show up. The Bears are not happy how he looked in minicamp, and they are questioning his off-season conditioning, and they would think that he needs to be more serious about being in condition.
Did they put him on a new diet thing too, Frank?
I did not find one article about that.
No,
okay, I saw it.
We might have got on X, the Everything app.
I haven't seen one article about that. If you could find me the article and send it to me, I'll share it and I'll post it. I'll put it on here.
Mikey, what are your projected stats for Caleb Williams this year?
First quarterback for the Bears to ever throw over 4,000 yards.
Love that.
Frank, what source is that?
22 hours ago, CBS Sports, Chicago Bears urge Caleb Williams to improve body language pre-snap procedure.
Let's see.
So that's not about being in shape, but it sounds like he's not doing so well.
That sounds like Frank read that headline and then said that.
No. I read the headline too that said he was out of shape.
I can't find it.
But I just found that after one Google search. So you just might have blocks up. I wouldn't be surprised on negative Bears. Like your internet probably has parental locks on that.
I don't see anything.
Your wife might have done that to you.
All right. Well, let me know if you can find it because I don't see it.
Yeah, well.
Or Anya said it well. Caleb has fat body language. That's probably what it is.
He's zesty. He's Carl Anthony Towns football. I love it, dude. He's so. I've been a nasty girl. All right. What's next, Frank? What's been going on with NJ Transit? I feel like if the candidate for governor of New Jersey is
trying to use Frank as a pedestal.
I
He's
kind
saying
of
that he'll fix New Jersey Transit. I would like to see some policy. I'd like to see what he's going to actually do.
I would love that.
Well, he actually lost the last election. He was close, but then midnight came, and then a caravan of absentee votes came in at 4 a.m. in the morning, and He went from leading to losing.
It happens. They
And,
work a long day, Frank. They get there late. You can't blame them.
So
And
hold on. In terms of the strike, is that actually resolved? Like, did they get enough of a raise that New Jersey Transit's back and running, or do you think it's going to have another strike?
no, they agreed to a contract, and it hasn't been ratified yet. But I can't imagine that if actually fucking.
So what did they
Yeah,
get? What were the increases?
I'm not sure of the details,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure they got the raise they're looking for. They want to be paid as much as LIRR and New York City Subway.
That makes sense.
That's basically what they want. They want to be paid competitively with, and these are the guys that drive these heavy locomotives. I mean,
important
you have
job,
anyone taking tickets.
Yeah.
But the trains continue to break down. They continue to be nasty. They continue to be old. They continue to suck. And $900 million for the executive board building.
Mikey, when Frank posted that tweet of him on the train, on the New Jersey Transit trains, explaining how it was delayed and blah, 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 very eloquently, I said to him, you just made a political commercial without realizing it. And then literally 3 hours later, the candidate quote tweeted him. It's like, told you.
Love it.
Like, told you.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't won anything yet. There is a primary.
Yeah, no. So we don't need to get into
it. It would be a surprise if he loses the primary.
Okay. All right. Frank's a fan. Love it. All right. What else is next? Mikey Bueller's day off. Frank, it's not.
I don't know how this thing got out of control and how this thing actually became a thing.
Well,
Because
Mikey posted it on Twitter. That's how. You said, I guess. That's approval.
Yes.
It's not. So that's the worst reply to ever say to somebody.
No. Frank
No. Mikey.
Yeah.
If I didn't want you to go, I would say no.
Then why would
I
you?
guess means yes. Go ahead. I don't see why not.
You know Frank well enough, Mikey.
That's crazy.
You knew that wasn't.
No, I don't know Frank well enough to see. I guess as approved.
I mean, first off, I don't even know why you sent me approval.
Because I always do. Because you always ask, "Where are you? Where are you?" Like I
Give me everything I need.
I always have everything you need, though.
But if you have everything I need,
then you're good. That's what he's saying. And you do always have you always give him everything he needs.
All right. So then I don't.
So what he's saying is that you could always. Oh, in fact, Mikey, you can always go to games on Fridays so long as Frank has everything set up.
All right. Perfect.
So essentially, you have a 4-day week going forward.
I mean, yes.
All right. Perfect. All right. So
I don't even know why. It was like, I guess there's no. I don't see a problem with it. That's what I mean by I guess.
I guess, Frank. I guess. All right. We'll play the clip from the yak, and then we'll.
Friday, I think I'm going to take my wife. He wrote back, I guess. And that's the worst possible answer you can get.
Did you see the response?
No.
So the tweet itself, the tweet.
I'd rather know.
No is so much
The
better.
reply, Frank, is crazy.
This is a full day off, and to make sure everything is
reply was
ready
awesome.
is of the utmost
Oh my
importance.
god!
I'll
So-
be working. How is that a full day?
Jenks, Betts was like, "Yeah, this is what I get when I ask for a half day," and then Tank was like, "This is a full day."
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess is the worst answer you can get.
Yeah,
A no is so much better.
Yes,
because now you
then-
still have to go to the game, but not enjoy it. At
Right.
all.
That's exactly how I felt. I felt like when you said I guess, it's like
yeah.
I can't go to. I could go, but it's not going to.
You don't know how to speak fucking Fleming.
Oh shit!
I don't think that's a compliment. I think that's Stockholm syndrome. That I know how to speak Fleming like that through text is crazy. Through text saying I guess is nuts.
Mikey, I guess in my lingo means yes.
Your lingo is insane. In every
So,
other,
I never even like oh, I guess I don't see a problem with it.
oh, okay. So if it sounded like that, then that's fine. All right.
That's how I meant it.
All right, I just need you. You know what? From now on, video, audio.
How many times have I said if you guys spoke on the phone, 90% of your fights would never happen?
Talking on the
It's
phone.
normally the
But it wasn't-
misinterpretation.
I don't even know why you even did made a deal of this.
Because
Like,
I
yes,
read all
yes,
your texts.
that
in
means-
my-
And
Yes,
Mikey,
I
you
read
didn't have to
all
include
your
my
texts
poop
in.
comment either. You put my poop comment on blast too, and then the main handle picked that up.
It's called a promo for Tank Cooks. Easy. And you guys post shit all the time. I don't want up, but it's fine. And
What are you
I
talking about?
it's okay. I won't. Nope, not on air.
What are we
We're
posting
fine.
you don't want up?
We're
There
fine.
was a-
What
I've
are we
never had
posting you
any
don't want
issue
up?
with you
Not
going
on
to the
air,
game.
we're
Make
fine.
accusations and don't back them up.
No, we're not on air. It's
All
fine.
right, poor
good.
Mikey. Poor Mikey.
Loud
poor Mikey,
noises.
Poor Mikey.
I mean, we're gonna have the walk for Jim McMahon set up. By the way, that's our walk this week, Jim
Yep.
McMahon,
Very excited.
the Punky QB.
Very excited for that. I think I was grinning ear to ear recording that whole thing. That was-
And Bears legend.
yeah, Bears legend.
Mikey set it up.
Yep,
And
set it
filmed
up.
it and edited it.
And clipped
Mikey
it.
Betts
and
production.
Mikey Betts production. So it's going to be a good one. Very excited.
Mikey,
Little-
what have I ever posted about you that you didn't like?
Off air. Let it go. All
I
right.
don't have an answer.
I do have an answer, but I'm going to wait till off the air to talk
Well,
about it.
this guy stuttering John. He doesn't know his Super Bowl win with the Packers. By the way, I love
Who's
what
that?
Jim McMahon says about his time with the Packers and winning that Super Bowl.
Very nice. Yeah. That was a very good clip.
I think that's a very good clip, but he was a backup on the Packers who maybe got like 5 snaps that year. He was the Bears starting quarterback and winning quarterback in Super Bowl 20. And that's everyone knows him about that. Stuttering John, very good poster, but very wrong about that.
Yeah, I agree.
But
All right. The Yak wants to do an investigation, and it's also I gotta get back to it. Jenks in Cancun. They show this really funny clip of Jenks. It's hold on, let me get to it.
I realized on Memorial Day, I took my lawn chair and I walked about 5 avenues and 6 streets to get to a little park on the FDR. So you got the dirty ass water on one side and you got the cars on the other. And I sat there with a portable charger for like 6 hours. And I think everyone that went by me thought I was Cosmo Kramer. I
you don't
literally,
have any parks like that on the east side?
there's a little park right next to the FDR. It's like 76 south of York.
But you don't have anything like that on the east side?
That is the east side.
Do they don't have anything like that on the west side?
I don't know. I live on the
Oh,
east
no,
side.
never mind. You said you walked 5 Avenue blocks, so that's the thing that confused
I'm not
me.
trying to give my exact address, Frank.
All right. This is the Yak talking about Jenks in Cancun.
The Andy Dufresne on the top of that roof.
Yes. Having a
That's-
beer on the
Yeah, they get if they finish tarring a roof, they get a few minutes. Yeah, Jenks got the night off. Look at this. He
That was August.
Like you look at that video, you're like, did this guy just win a world championship or did he get 30 minutes off?
This
That
would
was
be
a
a lot of
great
people's
night.
rock bottom.
Yeah.
I posted a
And
joke.
Jenks,
video
did
with
you not
Kyle
have
Pitts last
well,
week.
except for I
I
left you
love that
pretty much
video.
alone Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday.
Yes, Frank, but you have to understand, you left me alone after for maybe like the worst in our years of knowing each other. On Saturday, I belligerently screamed at you, and you weren't even responsive to that until I literally said, "Do you remember the scene in Sopranos when Tony says to Uncle Junior, 'Do you even love me?'" And at that point, you finally started to register, okay, Jenks is actually upset. And then you gave me about 30 hours of peace. And it's been I've been back in the pit that Bane put Batman in since.
You know, that's the pit I live in.
Yeah, but I don't live in your body, bro. If you're in the pit, you're not supposed to pull your best friend in the pit with you. I'm trying to pull you out of the pit, and you're like, no, come in the pit with me.
just so when team can't hit runs in score position, it is like at the top of my just absolute just that and walking people. And those are the two things that break me most.
Oh, Frank.
Mikey, are you free to do live stream with Frank tomorrow?
No. I'll be going to the Mets game or the Cubs game.
So it's the night game.
I got a date with my wife at night, so we're going to have the whole day. I can set it up. I have no problem setting it up. I mean, we don't need to be on the live stream. We never were. So it's like,
all right.
What does that matter?
I wish there's a way I could.
Or can you set it up for him?
Yeah, I have no problem setting it up, Frank.
Great.
And you'll be able to turn it off when I'm done?
Yeah. Just text me and I'll turn it off. It's easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll work.
No problem. Yeah, no problem.
All right. I guess we have to do Ask the Tank and then wrap it up. Yes, I have to get on my train in.
All right. Ask the Tank. Let me get to it. All right. Drop your comments in. Ask the Tank. I'm going to go to the tweet first, and then we'll go to the comments. Actually, to save time.
Fred, make sure you bring waterproof jacket because it's raining like a mother.
Yeah, I got my Met jacket. I'll bring. It's really raining that hard. Fucking guy.
It felt like it was starting to get going a little bit.
It rains here more here than fucking Seattle.
Frank, will PCA hit more homers this season than Juan Soto's entire tenure with the Mets?
Yes.
What do you think Mikey will do with his day off tomorrow? Do you think this is a sign of him slacking?
I hear that he plans to, besides going to the Cub game, he's going to go to the Chicago Art Museum. And he's going to sing in a German parade.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, fuck.
Ferris Bueller's day off.
Mikey, I hope you have the time of your life tomorrow. Like, live for
Mikey. My
do me a favor, Mikey. Just live for both of us.
My Thai Mikey's coming out tomorrow, Frank. I'm giving you a heads up. My Thai Mikey's coming out.
Get crazy, dude. Get crazy.
Yeah, Mikey Mai Tai is coming out. What percentage chance do the Knicks have of coming back and beating the Pacers in Eastern Conference Finals?
I put it at 10%.
Is Juan Soto a Yankee spy?
It's starting to look that way.
Will Soto hit under 200 this year?
He will hit under 200 this year, and then next year he'll hit under 100.
Frank, would you accept an Accent sponsorship?
Yes.
What if Buster Olney was secretly in charge of NJ Transit Management all these years?
It seems that it is.
Frank, would you consider giving the boys a week off to refresh or do a Frank's family retreat?
All right, let's back that up. Frank, would you consider leaving me in peace for a weekend? I don't forget about a week, just a weekend.
I'll try.
I think vacation, like a week vacation is not bad either. Would you be okay with that, Frank?
No, Frank's always said I can take vacation. I got personal shit I can't. I'm stuck, but the weekends are a real thing. Like they exist in society. But anyways, we move on.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
I want to do a cross-country RV trip or car trip one day. Stopping and raw dogging in every state, going to games, and seeing everything you can see.
Yeah, I love San Diego, Kurt. One day I'll probably just go there and not tell anyone.
Well, I want to see Petco Park.
No. Especially not tell you. I'm going to delete all my accounts, throw my phone in the ocean, that sort of thing.
I want to see Petco Park.
Have fun. Won't see you there.
If Juan Soto hits over 200, Mikey and Jenks get a week off. Ooh, he's already hitting over 200 though, right, Frank?
Be clear, Frank will let us take vacation anytime we want.
I know,
Mikey and I both have deranged Stockholm syndrome, and I have it to like the maximum. And like the vacation thing is on us. Frank shouldn't get villainized for that. We can go on vacation.
Yeah, we can go whenever we want.
Yeah.
I think that's it for As a Tank. Anybody else got any questions? Drop them really quick. Other than that, Frank, do you have anything for us?
I just sense a growing sense of doom watching how the Mets are playing.
Frank, what's your Mount Rushmore of current MLB stadiums?
San Francisco, Wrigley, Pittsburgh, and there's a couple of stadiums I haven't been to, so I really can't say 4. But looking at how on TV, I would put probably Petco up there.
Okay. All right. I think that's it.
David N. Fenway sucks.
Fenway sucks. All right. Frank, you got anything else?
I'm sorry. I'm just...
Don't be sorry for... I mean, yeah, be sorry. Thank you for the apology, actually.
I think apologizing is a really great first step. Now we got to act on it, brother. We got to act on it.
I just keep seeing these DMs just coming at me, and Michael K with that smirk that this is never going to work out for the Mets.
Ignore the comments. Don't open the DMs.
Do we have that therapist set up for Moot Can't Sleep?
Yeah, June 19th.
I hope she's like a black belt because we're going into it.
All right. Anything else?
I'm not sure I would want that on the air then.
No, we're not going to get all the way into it, Frank, but we're going to get into it a little bit.
Not that deep.
I'm going to express my feelings.
All right. See you next week.
Francis?
Frank, you got anything else?
Night, later.
Night?
Whatever.
What's wrong? All right. We'll see you guys next week.